Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So today we have another luxury haul unboxing video from New York City. I warned you that there was a lot purchased in New York and there was a lot of unboxings to come and a lot of fabulous things to share. I have already shared with you the Chanel sequins bag, which is up here. I have already worn that bag. I wore it yesterday and I absolutely loved it. I have shared with you the fluoro pink Louis Vuitton Petite Malle. I have another Chanel bag to share in this haul. There's maybe another bag in here that I also still haven't shared with you. And I have another Chanel piece from What Goes Around Comes Around. And I have Tiffany as well. So let's get into these. And yeah, let's just get started. So let's start with Tiffany. This is from the flagship Tiffany store on 5th Avenue. We did go there. We weren't allowed to film. I did bring something home from the New York exclusive collection because I wanted to bring a little bit of Tiffany's New York home. And it's for all the reasons you can think of, breakfast at Tiffany's and Sex and the City and all of that. I just wanted to bring a little bit of it home. Because we were shopping in the flagship store on 5th Avenue, you do get the limited edition packaging. So you can see the building here. If I show you the side, it's not so bent. You can see the building here on the carrier bag, which is where Tiffany was located. And then they also told us that exclusively, if you shop in 5th Avenue, you get this little silver Tiffany & Co. the landmark tag. I will probably put this on our Christmas tree because that's something I would do. And on the back it has the Tiffany & Co. the landmark and the address of 5th Avenue in New York. I think that's a lovely little souvenir, and the guy who was serving us was very kind. So some of us did purchase from Tiffany's, some didn't, and who didn't, he gave these little reminders too, which I thought was very nice. So in here, and I love the fact I don't have anything from Tiffany's, and I love the fact that I now have something that is the Tiffany blue, and I know that to a non-luxury lover that probably makes no sense, but it makes sense to me. So in our Tiffany box, which is beautifully packaged, and it's almost a shame to open. Can I slide this off? Because I would like to keep this box in my office. No, I can't. Anyway, Tiffany & Co. on the outside of the box. This is definitely a box that I will keep. This will go on display in my office. And then in here we have the Tiffany & Co. tissue paper, and behind this we have the limited edition New York exclusive leather bound notebook. And if you've followed my channel or watched me, you'll know that I kind of collect notebooks. I have quite a few of them. It's something I just really like. I'm a stationery lover. So this made sense to me. It says Tiffany and let's get it out of the box. It says, oh, I'm intent on dropping it. Tiffany & Co. at the top, and then it has, it's still in my hand. It has all of the landmarks from New York. So it has the Statue of Liberty here. It has the Arc de Triomphe, which I think is in Washington Park. It has the Brooklyn Bridge here. And it's just a beautiful memento, I think, from New York. It has Tiffany & Co. on the back. And it's in the traditional Tiffany blue. It has all of this continued on the inside. It has the edging gilded in silver. I just think it's beautiful. It's going to add to my collection. I have Louis Vuitton notebooks, I have Dior notebooks. It's just a normal plain lined notebook, and really this was purchased to add to my notebook collection and to sit in my office and be a memento of New York. And that's why I wanted to bring this one home, especially with it being a New York exclusive. Next, I have a Chanel piece from What Goes Around Comes Around. If you watched the vlogs from New York, which I really do recommend. They were so much fun and there's so much eye candy to see. But on the day that we went to Fashion File and did a lot of damage there, we also went to the Real Wheel, which I found a little bit overwhelming. It just wasn't organised. It was a bit like a jumble sale, even though they had very, very expensive pieces in there. You really had to plunder. So I didn't buy anything in there, but we then went to What Goes Around Comes Around. Now again, another store that you're not allowed to film in, which was a real shame because they had so many unique pieces, so many bags and pieces that are just not seen everywhere. And there was some stunners. It was a place that if you had no budget and money was no object, there's probably about 3 bags I could have bought in there as well. But because they were very iconic pieces, obviously they weren't inexpensive. and one has to stop somewhere. But I did bring home a piece from What Goes Around Comes Around, and it is in here. We had fabulous service in that store. We were shopping in the original store, I believe, and we were served by a guy called Kevin who was fabulous. When Deb and I got a little bit stranded, he was even texting me to make sure that we found the Uber that Deb's fabulous husband had sent for us, because there was roadworks. It was all a bit of a mess. He was texting me to make sure that we got into the Uber okay and we got back to the hotel okay, and like, he had no need to do that. He knew that we don't live in New York. We're not going to be going back there to spend lots of money. I just thought that was very sweet and kind. He also walked us around to the second store, stayed with us while we shopped in there. Then something that I seen in there that didn't fit, he told me about what they had. He brought me back to that store. Fabulous service. Anyway, so in here, and it has the What Goes Around Comes Around sticker on it and the tissue paper. And it has, oh, they're in a, I didn't realise, they're in a Chanel dust bag, this little one. And this is something that's been on my radar for quite a long time, but you don't see that often. And I accept, before we get into this, that there are things that I buy that nobody else would buy, and everyone else will think I'm a bit crazy and they won't be to everybody's tastes, but they are to mine, and I loved these. These are Chanel fingerless gloves. Now, they did have a pair in the second store that I loved. They were pink and black and white. If they still have them and there's a picture, I will put them on the screen. But they were tiny. They got to my fingers to about here, and that's as far as I could get them on. They were more distinctive in that this was pink, black and white, and the CC, which you can just about see on this because it's done a lot more discreetly. It's in the same tweed as the gloves are and the same colour, so you can't see it just as obviously. It's, if you know, you know, but you could get away with having no idea that they're Chanel. The other pair, the CC, was in black leather, and I like a logo and a bit of tack and in your face, and I thought they were fabulous, and I loved the pink and the black and the white. If I can find those in a bigger size, although I don't know if I would know how to work out the sizes, I would also get those ones because they were so cool. But the ones that they did have were these. These are navy and white tweed. Oh, they're so cool. They're so dark though, I think they would also get away with black. I did think when I was buying these though that I do have the long navy coat from Louis Vuitton, which I think these will go fabulously with. I have other things to show you that I think they will go fabulously with, but I thought they were really cool. And yeah, I live in Ireland and it gets really cold, and you probably would be better off with fully thermal woolly gloves that absolutely cover every piece of your hand. But no, I thought these were cool. So it is leather on the back. You can see they're like driving gloves, aren't they? You can see the perforated holes in them here, and then all of the tweed. And if you can make it out, the CC is there on both of the hands. But as I say, it's very discreet, and it's not going to be as in your face as the other ones. These are definitely a better size. I love them. I do need to trim a little bits of the tweeds, traditional tweed. There's going to be bits of that you'll need to trim off, but I think they're fabulous. And these are what came home from New York from What Goes Around Comes Around, and I'm grinning like an idiot because I think they're so cool. And yeah, I'll definitely wear these with my black leather jacket as well. I think they're dark enough to get away with, but yeah. Fabulous, fabulous find. And finally, yes, I know, another Chanel bag. If you watched that unboxing, it's another Chanel bag, but I'm not even gonna try. I loved it. I wanted it. I thought it was fabulous. It's quirky, it's very me, and I absolutely loved it. This is another Chanel purchase that I made from Fashion File. So yes, when we were in Fashion File, and if you watched the vlog, you will have seen that there was a huge amount of bags and fabulous things in Fashion File. I could have bought 6 bags in Fashion File. I just like with What Goes Around Comes Around, if money had been no object, I could have bought so much stuff. If I lived in New York, I would be bankrupt. But anyway, in here comes another Chanel unboxing, and when we were in Fashion File we got lucky, and it was a pure coincidence that when we were there it was Gabrielle Chanel's birthday, and Fashion File were running an 8% off all Chanel purchases. So the 2 Chanel bags that I purchased had an 8% reduction, which for us out of towners basically meant you weren't having to add any sales tax. It basically meant that what you were seeing as the price was the price, and that meant that these 2 bags, for what you could have to pay for these, were actually pretty good prices. Now, this did not come in the Chanel box, but as I said in the other one, what's an unboxing without a box? This came in the Fashion File dust bag, and when we did do the vlog, this is probably one of the bags on the Fashion File vlog that in the comment box most of you were underwhelmed with. This bag did not speak to a lot of people. It speaks to me. I love it, and I knew when I was looking at this bag that this would not be a bag for everyone. This is the bag that Meredith said, yeah, you're probably the only person that I can think of would actually love and wear that bag. And that's okay, because my handbag collection is for me. It's what I love. It's what I love to wear, and I love and embrace the fact that we're all different and we all have different collections and we all like different things. And I think that's what makes fashion fun. It's what makes handbag collecting fun, YouTube handbag fun, because everybody's showing you different things. And of course the bag that I brought home from Fashion File that all of you will be totally underwhelmed with, but I think's quirky and cool, is the Chanel La Pausa bag. I have had this on my radar, and if you've watched my channel for a while, you'll have seen this in a number of videos, of wishlist videos, or bags that I'm interested in, because I just think it's really cool, and I think it's quirky, and I love the shape of it, and I love the hard shell of it, and the fact that it has La Pausa on it. Obviously, a Chanel lover is going to know that La Pausa is Chanel. Anybody that is not interested in this crazy world of ours is not going to have a clue what this bag is. They're probably going to think it's from River Island or something. But that's okay, because I wear my bags for me and I love it. This has the silver tassel on it down here with the CC, if you can, is that light gold? I think it's light gold. It looks like a thimble. You know, a thimble that you would put on your finger for when you were sewing back in the day. Am I really showing my age? But it looks like a thimble, but it's a thimble that has CC on it here, and it has all of these little detailed indentation things. It has a metallic silver tassel. It has cream. This is like an off-white cream background, and then the La Pausa is in these kind of pastel colours, probably lighter than I would normally wear, but I really like it. This also comes in black, so the shell of the bag is black and the La Pausa is white. That's probably a little bit more dramatic. I think more people would probably like that one, but it was the colour one, of course, that spoke to me. They had both in Fashion File, but this is the one that I've had my eye on for quite some time. It is the chevron shape of the stitching on the back. Chevron is, of course, my favourite over and above the quilting. And there's really not much to this. It's classed as an evening bag. This was a very, very good price in Fashion File. This, I think, was about half of what the retail had been, and then there was the 8% off it. So this worked out for me at really quite a good price. I can tell you that it is from the 19C collection. It still has the original tag, 19C. And it is bag, box and evening pieces, and it was white and multicolour. So that's how long ago it's from, and it is one of the old collections, so it has the authenticity card before the chips came. On the inside, it really is just a little egg. Yes, it says Chanel made in France on the back. It has the code down in the bottom where they used to have the authenticity stickers. And that really is it. There's nothing in there. There's no pockets in there. There's nothing. I did try my iPhone Pro, not the Max, the Pro. And it fits in here perfectly. It zips up. You do have to, you know, set it in. You're not throwing it in carefree and not having to worry about the space. But for when I would be using this bag, the iPhone fits in it perfectly. I will still be able to get a card in it. I will still be able to get a lip gloss. I will still be able to get my key. And really that's all that I will need. I will put in the footage of me in Fashion File trying this on, because I know a lot of you were underwhelmed, but I love it and I think it's really cool. And Gwenny described this as a no-brainer. So I'm taking Gwenny's word on this one. And that, yeah, that made it work. Anyway, I absolutely love it. I know it's not for everyone. This is not detachable. This is a chain that will stay on this bag. For me, it is a pretty good length for crossbody. I'm dressed in black for work. Obviously, this is not what you'd be wearing with this bag, so I will put the footage of it in Fashion File. But I think it's fab. I think it'll be a great summer piece. I just think it's cool and quirky, and that's what I love in my bags. So that is my third New York haul luxury unboxings. There's been a lot. We're not finished. I don't know if the next one's going to come right away because it not all came from New York, but Yes, there has been a lot. Thank you so much for watching along in these videos. Let me know if you've watched all 3 of the videos, what your favourite piece has been that came home. Let me know what you're thinking in general, and I know what you're all thinking about this one, but that's okay because I love it. And just thank you so much for watching these. Thank you for watching all the vlogs, the unboxings. Thank you for sharing in the excitement that was New York. That really did make it, once we came home, continue the excitement because you guys were watching along and getting excited in the comment box, and it just really added to it, and it's a fabulous community that we have, and I thank you all for that. It's just been absolutely amazing. If you've enjoyed this video in any way, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. If you've enjoyed this series and you would like to see more from me, please do consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching me. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.